Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play CrossCode. In the previous episode, we made our way through the arena. No wait, that was the episode before that. Sorry, it's been a while since I recorded. But basically, we made our way through this area, and oh that's right, we defeated Henry the hacker. Then made our way through here, completing the various trials in this area that took a while, and unlocked the teleport to a new area. But then I ended it there abruptly because, well, what came next was a rather lengthy story segment with some of a boss fight. Now, I did some research. You don't actually have to win the fights, but I'd like to at least try. Plus, I was, in my opinion, underleveled and underpowered for the fight. Now, I did do the whole boosted thing to get gemstones, and, well, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't do it 100% legitimately. I did alter some of the files to make collecting all the gemstones easier, otherwise it would have taken me several weeks to get all the things that I needed. And to alter my, EXP gain, because let me tell you, when you boost the enemies at level 52, you can only get so far before you start getting owned by all of them. I'll put some links in the description about how to alter your files and a tool that will help you to do so, makes it easier, so that you can do it yourself, so you can't say, oh, well, I don't know how to do that. As for the equipment, I picked up the Serene Bubble. This is all stuff that you get with gemstones from the boosted gear in Rhombus Square. Serene Bubble, besides granting us some buffs and boosts to resistance, grants us 10% balance and 3% HP regen. As you can see, I actually have a total of 13%. Then we have the Meister Gloves, which gives us Bouncer, which gives us an extra 30% damage on enemies that are in a stunned, weak, or break state. Trust me, that's going to come in handy with the rest of the stuff that it gives us, which is Royal Guard, which grants increases the time window for a perfect guard, which I actually discovered that if you perfect guard some attacks, you will actually counter and stun the enemy. Can be very handy. And Riposte resets your perfect guard when landing a successful perfect guard, because apparently there's a cooldown on that. Now, in order to get the Meister Gloves, let me just find it on the list, you need the Adept Gloves, which means you need to do the training with the Master Quest in Rookie Harbor. That was the one that I kind of gave up on. Yeah. As for which enemies drop the gemstones, you can just use the link to the item that I typically have in the description below, and look them up. Ooh, there was one other thing. The Light Fiber Uniform actually requires the Blue Fiber Uniform, which you get from a golden chest in Sapphire Ridge. So I'll see if I can find a guide on where to get all the chests in Sapphire Ridge, and leave that in the description below, maybe even in the end card. Let's see, for the rest of the equipment, I also got the Hydra Fang, which requires an Ancient Token. That gives us plus 20% Assault, which fires additional projectiles, not all that useful, but it also gives us plus 3% Health Regen. Also, I get the Life Fiber Uniform, which gives us plus 30% Berserk, which increases the damage dealt when at critical HP, which tends to happen to be a lot, 7% HP regen, and 15% SP regen. Increases SP regeneration in any form. Going to be very handy. And lastly, we got the Mistwalkers, which gives us plus 25% Flash Step, and plus 20% Status Rush. I don't really have a need for Status Rush, but the Flash Step is very useful. As you can also tell, I also got some circuit upgrades. I can't remember exactly where I put them all, but I definitely upgraded for the Song of Storms, a very powerful attack. Got some Flash Step, got some Balance, so I'm probably going to be using Shock a lot in this battle. There are also some other things I grabbed I can't remember. I tried out this wave motion beam, which siphon HP from the enemy and trade it for a huge controllable wave beam that drains your HP. Not all that useful. I'm keeping it for the level 1 and the level 2 art, because, you know, being able to heal in the middle of a fight is very useful without having to stop and eat a sandwich. But I decided to go with Ether Snipe. I haven't tried this out yet. Also got some Berserk and some Mark Protect. Let's see, as for this, I can't remember what I got. Yeah. And for Flame, I also can't remember. I believe somewhere in here I got some extra defense, but I'm not sure what. I also haven't actually practiced the Perfect Guard. There is one other thing before we move forward that I need to show you, and that is where to get the Dream Globe, which is one of the items you need to get the booster for Sapphire Ridge, and it's pretty simple. From the area where we unlock that teleporter, just head north to this giant tree, and there's a golden chest right here that you can grab it from. Pretty simple, really. But anyways, with all that, we have to now dismiss our party. Oh, there is one other thing. I spent some time grinding in the arena in order to get FDNI Fox. He's so cute. And when you're idle nearby him, if I could get the HP bars off of him. Wait for it. He'll run in circles, but Leah will pet him, and it's so cute. Okay, now we need to say goodbye to Citron and Emily, or Eliminator, and Millinator. I'm just glad I didn't bust up the wrong thing today. Until next time. Oh, there's also some party dialogue that I need to show you guys. D'accord, until next time, Leah. I'm not sure all of it is in here. If it's not all in here, then I'll put some screenshots that I took. Master of Courses, probably. Yeah, there's something about a rock from between Emily and Tronny that I need to put up. The scorpions are actually pretty amazing. They can survive up to 1 year with just one meal. Did you know that on average, cats spend 2/3 of the day sleeping? You certainly don't ever see a shock cat sleeping. We used to have a zoo with goats at my place, you know? And they kept escaping their compound, simply climbing over that fence. Pas de problème. So you had goats all over the zoo. That was awesome. Let's see. Snowman. Reminds me of ice cream. You like ice cream a lot, don't you? I do. Yeah, I think I need a break. Ice cream. Don't even think about licking those snowmen, Tronny. What? No, I'm sure they won't even taste like anything. Well, you don't know that. That's a good point. Now I'm curious. Don't lick the snowman, Tronny! Got new gear, though I wonder how those edges and triggers are supposed to improve my magic. Yeah, there's some other stuff about rock formations. I'll put it up on screen for you guys to look at. And you can pause it to read it if you want to. But I am moving on. Come on, little foxy. Guess he can't follow me here. But yeah, from what I've seen of a video of someone fighting our next boss, perfect guarding seems to be pretty effective. Now he follows me. Shizuka. Hello again. Hi. Still kicking, I see. Did you just forget everything I told you? Oh, that's just wonderful. So the bot is fully aware of itself and it doesn't even matter anymore. And then you simply escape your prison. Re-enter the playground, just strolling around with my memories. Like they're yours to use freely. Can somebody please just delete you already? Oh, how I'd love to just rip your head off. But what does it even matter in this cursed simulation? If I only knew the machine you're running on, I'd gladly crush those circuits myself. Sorry. Don't you dare just sorry me like that. You know exactly why you are here. You plan to see him. And I won't let you. Why? You have no right to see him. You have no right to exist. All you should do is disappear. But since you won't do that, I will fight you right here, right now, as long as it takes you to give up. Now, like I said, you don't have to win this fight. As a matter of fact, the story progresses whether you win or lose. So, there is, however, an achievement for, so I've been told, beating her at least once. That's what I'm gonna try to do. Ow. I need to get that perfect guard down. But still, she's hardly doing any damage. Gotcha. So I might just win this purely by attrition itself. Gotcha. Gotcha. Come on, come at me. Ah, just out of range. Still warming up. Gotcha. Time for some payback after what you did. And that is Song of Storms, in case you didn't see it beforehand. I actually saw somebody do this without taking any damage. Which is impressive to say the least. And yes, that was overkill. I don't care. Don't let it get to your head. I was just testing you. Come on, come at me. Fine, that's the way you want to play it, I'll come to you. Just goes to show, because I was actually seriously struggling. I managed to beat her once, but that was about it. Gotcha. Curse you! What is even your point? Not gonna get me that easily. Switched away from wave. Look at all that damage. Almost took her out in one blow. And I win. We're not done yet. Just because you won doesn't mean I'll let you proceed. Next duel. Come on. Really? You just ran right into that one. You deserve that. You know, now that I think about it, I think the first time I actually beat her was because of the fact that I was using Burn to pretty much just take her out. Here. Granted, she jolted me just now, but still. She just doesn't realize it yet. Let's end it with a bang! Yes? No, it's nothing. How do you know? Fine. You can enter. Restless frustration. I wonder what that one is. Defeat Shizuka in old hideout at least once. Yep. This way. Well, don't sound too displeased about it. He's waiting inside. Hi? Is that? It really happened. Satoshi! Finally! We found you! Leah, you are here. Does that mean... is he with you as well? Alright, this way please. Make sure you can read the number of this device. It's possible to connect to it using an IDN client. Oh, just make sure to look closely at the number, Leah. Alright, one moment please. Satoshi, I'm so glad to see you again. Same for me. It has been too long. Sergey, is that you? I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but before we continue, let me start a little program. Alright, let's stay close and talk quietly. This room is monitored. Having the noise around us should sufficiently mess with the protocol, at least for some time. Let's see. Well then, allow me to get straight to the point. Sergey, you should already know about Evotars. Is Leah aware about herself as well? Yes, she is. Good. This will make things much easier. Leah, let me start by saying that you are, in fact, the first functional Evotar. Minus a few remaining technical issues, like your malfunctioning speech module. Why? Wait, so I didn't imagine it? You can talk? Partially. I hard-coded a few words into her module. I wasn't even aware that was an option. You always manage to surprise me, Sergey. It is nothing. Please, go on. Right. Let me tell you what happened after Gautam, Shizuka, and I left Instatainment. Despite countless attempts, we failed to convince Instatainment to support our research. It was in that hopeless moment that we met a certain person. Mr. Benedict Sidwell. That's the name he gave us, at least. Yeah, Benedict's right. We never met him in person and knew very little about him. Yet, he believed in our vision and offered his support. And indeed, with his help, we continued our research on Evotars. He provided us with everything we needed. Technical equipment, confidential specifications, and most of all, a test environment within the playground. We managed to continue our research within Crossworlds. Instatainment never interfered. To this day, I don't know how he did it. Things started within this small area of Sapphire Ridge. However, over time we realized that a larger testing area was required for effective research. And that is how we ended up in Vermilion Wasteland. A discontinued extension to the playground. Mr. Sidwell made it ours for research. We called it Evotar Ground. You might want to work on that name, pal. The new location wasn't the most appealing, but it certainly helped with our research. It didn't take us long to reach our first major milestone. Our first Evotar, Leah, was born, derived from Shizuka's avatar. Back then, things were going rather well. We made so much progress. It was exciting. Following prototypes have proven to be almost feature complete. It was at that point that a long lingering question started to emerge. What exactly should we do with those Evotars? Around that time, Mr. Sidwell made requests for additional features. He wanted to know if we could extract memories from Evotars. The memories of the original players. Hence, his original intent became clear to us. He made us develop a system to gather intelligence from players of Crossworlds. The method works on any player of Crossworlds. First, we apply custom CrossCode to the target player, overriding the original. Roll credits. After a short learning phase, we decouple it again. From then on, the modified CrossCode can be run autonomously. The Evotar is born. In order to fully regain their memory, the Evotar needs to spend some time within the Evotar ground. As soon as this is complete, we gather the intelligence. Turns out you can't simply extract their memory. But of course you can interrogate an Evotar, just like any person. Interrogate them, with virtually no restraints on the technique. That's what we saw. The method worked. We managed to collect highly confidential information, in secret, without leaving any trace. Of course, once we discovered what kind of business we ended up in, we started to protest. We never intended Evotars to be used in that manner. We were ready to drop everything, however. It was too late for that. We've broken several agreements with our ex-employer, and that's why we've been reluctant to report anything to the authorities. And even when we considered doing that, Mr. Sidwell managed to blackmail us into submission. His intention was clear. If any of us tried to leave, our days would be numbered. Well, not that it mattered to me. Do you mean your heart disease? Please, do not tell me. I'm sorry. The Satoshi you knew died 2 years ago. Standing in front of you is the Evotar of Satoshi. No. I myself created this copy as an offer to Mr. Sidwell, so I could continue to serve him. In return, I wanted him to let Shizuka go. I was naive to ever think he'd fulfill his end of the agreement. No, I cannot believe this. Don't feel sorry, Sergei. Nothing could have been done about my disease anyway. Becoming an Evotar was the only option for me to stay in this world. We need to switch rooms now, otherwise the masking will lose its effect. Follow me. Satoshi. System to extract information from players. This is unbelievable. Kind of breaks the atmosphere, doesn't it? We're not here to have a good time, Shizuka. So, you are now an Evotar. Can you move around freely in the playground? No. These days I am confined within this building. That is also why I know little of what is happening outside. Are you aware that Leah has been in Evotar ground again recently? I suspected it from some protocol readings I had access to. I suppose they tried to drag Leah back into it. Yes, and once she was there, they could effectively track our connection. They almost managed to locate me. Now that means Sidwell is already fully aware of your actions. This is troublesome. Something else I wonder. How did Leah learn the truth about herself? You do not know? Your little sister paid us a visit. You did. She confronted Leah with the truth, very abruptly. Not again. I don't see the problem. I merely told her the truth. You know full well what the consequences of your actions could have had. Well, it happened. We can't change it now. I'm glad that Leah was strong enough to overcome it this time around. Yes, congratulations, Leah. We're all so very proud of you. What a bitch. Shizuka, stop acting like a child. Excuse me? You never stopped acting like a freak, only caring for your dear little AI sister. Enough already! Look, I know you have your issues with Leah, but you need to understand one thing. She is our best chance to get out of this mess. Both of us. What do you mean? It's thanks to her that we got in contact with Sergei. Not only that, but she's the only one who can reach the Evotar server. Why is now the first time I hear of this? I couldn't share this with you or anybody else. We're all being monitored. It would have jeopardized the whole plan. Anyway, with both Sergei's and Leah's help, we might be able to get everyone out of this. You, me, maybe even Gautam. So Gautham's not the bad guy as he seems. Or as bad of a guy as he seems. The Evotar server. It is the host for all Evotars with the exception of Leah. It's located within the playground itself, somewhere inside the dungeon compound of Evotar ground. Access is highly limited. Only Evotars with embedded access key can enter the area without triggering the self-destruct sequence. Remote administration is disabled entirely with the exception of one command, the deletion of all data. It is Sidwell's final trump card. The server is impossibly hard to reach, and even if we tried, he could wipe its data at any time. It would have put an end to almost any Evotar in existence, including myself. And Little Fox has jumped up to play. He has no idea what's happening, does he? For Shizuka and Gautam, there might have been a slim chance to escape this whole mess. But for me, it was close to impossible. However, now that Leah is here, things have changed. Because she has an access key embedded, she can reach the Evotar server. Come again? Why does Leah have the key out of all people? Because I tricked Sidwell into giving it to her. I faked a malfunction of Leah's Evotar. I told Sidwell that the best chance to fix it would be to inspect the state of the Evotar and server side by side, while Leah was still connected. However, I wasn't allowed to access the server. As a compromise, I convinced Sidwell to go to the server together with Leah. He attempted to debug the issue while I provided remote support. In order to do that, Leah was given the access key. Despite all the efforts, I told him that the issue could not be fixed. As a final attempt, Leah was relocated to my personal development server, but ultimately, I concluded that she was broken for good. I was tasked with deleting her. Instead, I secretly sneaked her back into the official game servers, hidden within a small data corruption of the database. One where I was certain that an old colleague would eventually be tasked with looking into it. Oh yes, that data corruption. What the heck? You really did not go easy on me. I had to make sure that not just anyone could fix it. And it worked. Honestly, all of this was a huge gamble. But here you are. You received my message and found me. And now, we need to figure out how Leah can reach the Evotar server before Sidwell has a chance to wipe its data. And I already have a few ideas I'd like to discuss with you in detail, Sergey. Of course. Let's relocate back to the previous room. From here on out, Sergey and I will dive into the technical details. You two probably don't want to stick around for that. Maybe spend some time together as well. Talk it out. She can't talk. Come on, you know what I mean. Do I really have to? Please, dear sister. Fine. Oh boy, this was even longer than I thought. Alright, what should we do? Honestly, there's nothing interesting to see in this building in any way. I hate it in here. Let's just head outside. This whole area is just so terribly delimited. No way to move around. Still, there is that little spot at the lake over there. Eesh, this is a lot longer than I thought it would be. Like I said, I never got past the fight. Let's go there. This spot is pretty nice, isn't it? Certainly better than anything you'd find in Vermilion Wasteland. Let's sit down for a bit. So, what words can you say exactly? Hi, bye, Leah, how, why, wait, sorry. That's it? Must be bothersome. Also, still wearing those horns? So you hate them too. They're the worst, aren't they? That all happened because of a stupid joke. I often complain that horns don't fit the Spheromancer design at all. So, of course, one day Sergey gifted them to me. Very funny. And then they'd always log into my account and equip them. Those idiots. And now you ended up with them. Sorry for that. Why? Don't ask me. I didn't do it. Well, at least they left you the scar. Scars are badass. Guess we both have the same taste. Makes sense. But you're lucky, you know that? You missed the worst stuff. You didn't have to witness your brother dying in front of you, and the futility of the whole situation. It just kept you in that room, all the time. Taking care of you. Sorry. Shut up! Don't be sorry. Honestly, none of this is your fault. If anything, I should apologize for what I did to you. This whole situation, it's been going on for so long already. I just don't know what to do anymore. How much longer I can take this? Stop that. How How can you be like this? After all the things I did to you. It's too soon. Getting all touchy like that. That is nothing like me. Hi. You two are still at it? I think we're done for the most part. Though there is one more thing. Shizuka, how is Gautham doing these days? Well, I didn't speak much with him recently. He's busy designing his levels and flying around in his fancy avatar. Yep, blue guy must be him. He seems content enough. Gautham, it might be especially difficult to get him out of this. We did in fact meet him while we were in the Evo Tar ground. From what I saw, it looked like he is physically located in the playground. Could that be the case? Yes, somehow Sidwell convinced him to do that. It is easier to keep him under control that way, and, well, Gautham was always excited about creating his own worlds. The prospect of experiencing it in person was quite appealing to him. Really, I think he's a lost cause. He's stuck in his fantasy world, playing his little god figure. That blue avatar with the orange clothing? Yes, that's him. That is unexpected. He acts like such a different character. That's the whole point. In any case, we should try to figure out if he's on our side with this or not. Shizuka, can you try talking to him about this? Just hinting at what is happening? I can try. Well then, I think I have a good grasp of the situation now. We will need time for preparations, though. Certainly, if you have any more questions, you know how to reach me. Yes, I am glad I was able to meet both of you again. Same for me. One last thing, though. Yes? Looking at what Sidwell accomplished so far, I'm certain he has specific ways to track your actions. Because of that, please be extra careful if you plan to involve any other player. I will, and I already have my suspects. Well then, goodbye, and see you soon. Goodbye. Take care. Bye. You too, Mia. Phew, that was a lot to take in, correct? So, what to do next? Oh right, we should head back to the east of Sapphire Ridge. Specifically to that old dojo where you got the meteor shade. According to Satoshi, an entrance to the Evo Tar ground is hidden in that area. I would like to have a look at it. You can use that teleporter for a quick connection to the dojo. Yes, we will, but unfortunately we've gone well over our time for this episode. Like I said, I hadn't gotten past the fight, and I wasn't sure of how long that section was going to be, so yeah. So with that, I'm going to have to end this episode off here for today. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for when I upload, or to hit the straw poll link to vote for our next Let's Play. And please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.